Lord knows it wasn't in my intentions to talk about Tasha K. I haven't checked for this woman in months, so since a lot of people are sending me information about Tasha K losing her appeal against Cardi B, I guess I'll talk about it for a little bit, right? So we know that Cardi B won the initial lawsuit against Tasha K for about $4 million, right? And Tasha K filed an appeal and she got the same response from the judge. Now, let me say this, I don't feel sorry for Tasha K, but I do kind of feel sorry for her children because at the end of the day, Tasha has probably compromised her children's future with this lie. Now, for those of you who watched Tasha K from the beginning, you guys can remember that she's been on record on many occasions saying that she was trying to create generational wealth for her family. But at the end of the day, like I said, she probably compromised all that by telling a generational lie on Cardi B. Now, there are also reports that Tasha K has moved out of her Georgia home and now she's renting an apartment, but she's renting that home out. Now, this could be a strategic move to make more money. I believe they said that Tasha K's name is not on the house no more. I believe that Tasha K is trying to just brace herself for the impact because at the end of the day, you know, that house is an asset and they can actually seize that house. Now, if all of this is true, this explains why Tasha K has moved her studio to a different location. She's no longer living in that home. Once again, like I said, compromising her children's quality of life. Now, for those of you who may get a little antsy and drop down in the comments and ask the question, what is wrong with living in an apartment? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with living in an apartment because I grew up in a trailer park and then my mom and dad picked up and moved to an apartment complex. So I'm not coming from that angle. What I am saying is when God has blessed you with this enormous platform and you're making all this money, why blow it all up behind a lie? Now, on top of that, it seems like Tasha hasn't learned her lesson because it hasn't been too long ago where she seemed to have said something negative about the Australian rapper and Iggy. Now, I don't know what she said about Iggy because I don't watch Tasha. Maybe those of you who watch Tasha and know what she said about Iggy can drop down in the comments and let a brother know, but I will read you the response that Iggy tweeted. So Iggy says, Tasha, watch your mouth and definitely keep my son's name out of it. I certainly do have that good lawyer money. Don't get sued again. You have rent to pay, baby. This was back on July 13th. So it's clear and evident that Tasha K is still thriving off of this reckless reporting. But good, we need people like Tasha K in place because it teaches us what not to do. And then there are some things that should have been taught in the household, which it seems that Tasha K lacked. So at the end of the day, there was no moral compass or guidelines in Tasha K's home because if there were, she would be a better person and she would report things that are based off of integrity instead of trying to report things based off being a shock jock. Now, what I want to do here is read you guys a little bit of what they said about Tasha K actually losing her appeal to Cardi B. And it says here, Tasha K, whose real name is Tasha K, vowed to appeal the verdict back in January. She and her legal team filed an appeal in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit in June, citing evidence was erroneously ignored by Judge William Ray, according to Black Enterprise. But the courts were unfortunately once again not on her side, as her case was thrown out without jurisdiction, which means that the Hot Blank rapper can have her lawyers and the sheriff's office authorize the garnishment of Tasha's wages and personal assets to fulfill the judgment. Now, shout out to Kyle Anthony and his team, The Neighborhood Talk. They reached 1 million followers on Instagram, so shout out to you for doing your thing and keeping it real. But they posted something where Tasha K seemingly responded to the accusations of her losing her appeal to Cardi B. So it seems that somebody sent her an email, and this is what it said. From Billboard, here again, I saw the dismissal order at the 11th Circuit in the Almanzar versus Kibi case. I know I botched that. Hey, bear with me. But I assume you'll just refile the appeal when a final judgment is entered. Just saw some seemingly misleading media reports and wanted to check in on where things stand. Thanks. Then Tasha responds and says, good morning. Thank you for reaching out. The dismissal order was based on a procedural issue, not on the substance of our brief. You are correct in stating that we will refile as soon as the district court enters a final judgment. We've been in contact with the district court and the order will be entered any day now. Please let me know if you have any other questions for me at this time. Best. Alright, so listen, I don't know where that email came from. This is the thing, yo, I believe that Tasha K sent that email to the Neighborhood Talk so that they could put it out to debunk the fact that she lost her appeal to Cardi B. That's just my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected. But at the end of the day, why pay such a hefty price when all you had to do was take the videos down when Cardi B requested you to take those videos down? All she asked for you was to apologize, and you still stood on that lie, and now you and your family have to pay this hefty price that could have been avoided. You know, even Cardi B has some good within her heart, because I can remember when she won the judgment against Tasha K, she said that a part of her felt guilty because Tasha K has children. So at the end of the day, Cardi B didn't want to take it to this magnitude, but Tasha forced her to. So when I look at Tasha K and analyze everything that she's done over the past couple of years, the only thing that I see is a big f up.